Right now, if you can see, I'm riding shotgun. And I mean, it's shotgun, not the gun and not in the car. This buddy's name is Shotgun, and Shogun next to me here to my left as well. Don't be afraid. Even if you're not going to get on one, still come out. It's a great time. I think right now I'm going to actually go take Shotgun for a ride. Let's see if we can do it. It's first time on a bull. Shotgun, want to get going, buddy? I know you're going to be laughing at this. There we go. Now he's going. Only if we can get Shogun to walk. Here we go. Come on, Shotgun. Oh, it's got to be hard walking with these. All right, with your connection in Central Point, Aaron Nilsson live, News 10. I'm Aaron Nilsson with Your Sports. A legend now in the Black Tornado Wall of Fame, still keeping stats at 82 years old. Don Schneider says it's gratifying to work with the kids and develop long-term friendships over the years. All right, I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's go, Kevin.
Let's go.
That was one where I was like, okay, I'll see coach.
Well, I'm definitely wet. I'm Aaron Nilsson, and this is The Great Outdoors. Today, we're showing you how to not get lost up a creek without a paddle. We can't really paddle off into the sunset, Kevin, because the sun is right above us.
Yeah, just have to paddle like this.
I'm Aaron Nilsson, and this is The Great Outdoors. Today, we're showing you the see-dos and the see-don'ts. Spring break just started, and students are rolling out here to skate at Roller Odyssey in Medford, looking to have some fun during their break with friends and family. Good to see you on our first night of Friday Night Fast Breaks this season. I'm Aaron Nilsson. This is Joe Brett. Got to get used to this again.
It's been a little while. It's time to get back in the saddle and get with it.
Yes, let's get right to it. We have some good games to show you tonight, of course, starting with Crater Boys taking on Marist at home tonight. That's tonight's game of the week. Good to see you on another night of Friday Night Football. I'm Aaron Nilsson. This is Joe Brett.
Hey, good night tonight.
We both witnessed blowouts tonight, Joe.
Yes, we did. Two good teams, too.
Very great teams. First, let's go to yours up in Grants Pass as South Medford made this short drive up north to take on the Cavemen.
News 10's Aaron Nilsson is live outside of Autzen Stadium with more on another exciting Civil War matchup.
Good evening, Dave, and greetings from Eugene. We are here outside of Autzen Stadium. It feels like it's 1 degree out here, give or take 30 probably, but there are still people lingering around. This was my first Civil War matchup, my first time inside Autzen Stadium, and this game surely must be an instant classic. It was Oregon State who got on the board first drive of the game. They had the ball very first, even before the Ducks ever got their paws on it. It was then Oregon, the Ducks, who went on to score 31 unanswered points. They led at halftime 31-7. It was about to be the kind of game everyone expected it to be. But then Oregon State came back. It was a really crazy game in the end. It ended up only winning by 10 points for the Oregon Ducks, 52-42. And Oregon head coach Mark Helfrich said there was never a point when he was concerned with the outcome.
There's not a point of, oh no. There's a point of pointing out what's happening, right? And identifying what's happening and fixing it. You know, oh no doesn't solve anything. The main things to clean up, but I think that's the key to anything, right? It is knowing what happened, knowing why it happened, and fixing it, and good or bad.
The Beavers actually outscored and typically really what you could say is won the second half. They scored 35 points to Oregon's 21. If it wasn't for that goose egg of 0 points in the second quarter by the Beavers, this could have been a very different game. Coming up tonight on News 1011, we'll have highlights for you, full highlights of this game. And the Ducks now, they're waiting to find out their fate for what bowl game they'll play in. Covering your sports live in Eugene at Autzen Stadium, Aaron Nilsson, News 10. The SOU Raiders are going to the National Football Championship, and Butler Ford is sending me along with the team.
Whoa there, Aaron. Grover's is sending me along with the team.
Go Raiders!
Hey, Will, looks like we're both going.
Watch all the Raiders coverage starting Wednesday on News 10.
We'll be there right up through the game on Saturday.
Because News 10 is your connection to Raiders football coverage. Grover's in Butler, too.
Go Raiders!
Follow the SOU Raiders to the championship, only on News 10.
Aaron Nilsson are also there with the city welcoming the fans. Hey, guys.
Dave, Trish, greetings from Daytona Beach, Florida. Will, nice to be here, of course. Still,
yes,
a lot of stuff going on, as you talked about. Very busy. And right behind us, they just made this today. You see the stand. They got the SOU Raiders, NAIA, of course, and Marion University. Very professional. They had a pep rally here, ended. People are still lingering. It ended about a half hour ago. One big thing we've noticed press conference this morning, coaches, parents, any fans who are here, the city, apparently Daytona Beach has been wonderful to them, even so good for them and how they've treated all the players and both teams. It really is just almost like a bowl game. It's really good for them.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Everybody is saying great things about Daytona Beach.
News 10's Aaron Nielsen is live in Daytona Beach with more on how the team came together to get them to the championship. Aaron.
Good evening, Dave. Good evening, Trish. Southern Oregon University brings together players really from all across the West Coast. 2 of those players on the team are from rival schools, North Medford and South Medford. 2 players on Southern Oregon University's football team started out enemies playing the same game. Junior wide receiver Matt Retzloff played for the South Medford Panthers. Senior wide receiver Jeremy Scotto was a North Medford Black Tornado.
You know, growing up, we've always played AAU basketball against each other. We played football against each other in Pop Warner, and he ended up going to North, and I went to South. His first year, he went down to Azusa Pacific and then transferred when I became a freshman at Southern Oregon. And we roomed together that fall camp because he didn't really know too many guys on the team.
Matt was great to compete with in high school. I mean, he really pushed me to become better because, you know, I want to try to be better than the cross-team rivalry.
Now they've worn the same uniform for 3 seasons. Retzloff says they still talk about high school and their rivalry.
He always mentioned for some reason when I was a safety in high school and he was a receiver that he would always he caught a touchdown pass over me in his senior year, and he'll never let that down.
Retzloff is the reason Scotto was even at SOU.
I transferred up here from Azusa, hearing that he was going to Southern Oregon. I was like, that's a guy I could be a teammate with. And so, you know, it's the best decision I've ever made, and he's made me a better athlete, and I hope I've made him a better athlete.
They've become close friends over the years and fight for each other on and off the field.
It's good. I love him to death. He's one of our seniors, and you know, I'm going to do everything that it takes to make sure he gets a win, his last college win this Saturday.
You know, it's been great being his teammate. The competition, both in high school and then in practice, has been great. Just made us both better.
But playing on the same team doesn't change their roots. They still root for the alma mater. Matt always a Panther, and Jeremy.
Of course, yeah, it's got to go with the Black Tornado.
A win on Saturday gives them 2 national titles together as teammates. Highlights in their history of black and blue. Coming up tonight on News 10 at 11, we spoke with head coach Craig Howard for SOU, and he'll express his appreciation for all the fans landing here in Florida. With your connection to SOU Raiders football, live in Daytona Beach, Aaron Nielsen, News 10.
All right. Thanks, Austin. We'll be right back with your News 10 7-day forecast.
Don Schneider says it's gratifying to work with the kids and develop long-term friendships over the years. A 2014 inductee into the Medford Black Tornado Wall of Fame. Don Schneider played American Legion baseball in 1948, 49, and 50. He graduated from Medford High School in 1951. He's been the general manager for the Medford Mustangs baseball team since 1989.
We've won 9 state championships in those years and been to the American Legion World Series 4 different times and finished as a national runner-up twice, which is a pretty good accomplishment. Not a lot of programs can say that.
He's been a volunteer team statistician for North Medford's football, basketball, and baseball teams for nearly 30 years.
I'm waiting for my first paycheck.
Current Black Tornado boys basketball team coach Scott Plankenhorn is Schneider's nephew. His grandson is about to head to South Medford to become a Panther, which means he'll need to leave the comforts of home.
Kind of torn what I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna be hard to. I got to go follow my grandson, so I'm sure I'll have to give up my work at North Medford.
Schneider goes wherever the teams go, but he doesn't want to let go. He says even though at 82 years old he'll start to do less and less, stats and sports will always be a part of him, an interest ignited while in 7th grade.
I used to go to baseball games and to see the Dodgers play many times each year, and I'd keep score at those games. I mean, I can't watch a game without keeping score.
Schneider hands the reins over to Paul White to continue the decades of success with the Mustangs. The United States and Panama tied 1-1 in the final game of Group A in the Gold Cup. Both teams advanced to the quarters with the result, the U.S. winning the group before the game even began. The quarterfinals stadiums, the U.S. plays the third-place team in either Group B or C. And be sure to tune in every Wednesday for a full roundup of your sports right here on News 10. We'll be right back with another look at your News 10 7-day forecast. He's lining up for another 3 by the hammer of Thor. The Vikings living by the hammer of 3 in the first quarter. Watch out, little fella. The bucket is good and Skeel's okay. North Medford wins to keep pressure on first place South Medford 70-50. Well, now to the black and blue game on the girls' side of it. Players warming up and coaches having a good chat before it all goes down. That would make a civil war. South Medford's Ashley Bolston hits her first 3 of the game here. Kiari Sleazer and Andy Ritter, they also make some 3s here. Andy Ritter, not related to John Ritter, both hit a 3 of their own to make it a 3's company. Aaron Gordon picks up for the Magic and finishes the play with a windmill dunk. Gordon must love the Netherlands because he just went Dutch. And by the looks of it, he can pay his own way. Wow. Former Lady Panther and current Washington State Cougar Ashley Bolston knows this game is over and checks other scores on her phone. High school basketball is here, and News 10 is gearing up to get all of this week's action to you. Molly?
That's right, Aaron. We're going to have more scores and highlights covering your teams.
Friday Night Fast Breaks, tonight at 11:15, only on News 10.
Dave, it is another great night here at Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, in the Valley. Beautiful, not much wind. Football should fly tonight. It is homecoming game for North Medford, which usually brings added pressure to win the game. Black Tornado beat South Jean last week big, 69-6, really bringing down the axe on the Axemen. This was our game of the week. A great night for football at Mel Ingram Field with Grants Pass leading 17-0. Javon Appling throws a 10-yard touchdown pass to Jarrett Musser, make it 24-0 Cavemen.
News 10, hopscotch style.